Phillipsburg Town Council meeting, February 28, 2024. The Phillipsburg Town Council rejects the opportunity to consider a resolution to support Ukraine. The text of the resolution that was presented to Council, which they unanimously failed to consider, was Resolution in support of Ukraine and urgency for continued congressional funding. Whereas in 2018, Russia has engaged in an escalating invasion of the sovereign land of Ukraine in violation of numerous international laws, causing the displacement of millions of Ukrainians. And whereas this attack on Ukraine is the largest ground invasion on a European country since World War II, and whereas the town of Phillipsburg recognizes the importance of fostering international support for Ukraine's war effort against Russia and showing the Ukrainian residents of Phillipsburg, the Lehigh Valley, and New Jersey that we stand with them. And whereas the people of Ukraine have demonstrated astounding resilience and commitment to democracy in the face of the invasion. As of this date, February 28, 2024, approximately 31,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed, and over 10,000 Ukrainian non-armed civilians have died as a result of Russia's invasion. Whereas continuing to send financial and weapon support to Ukraine is vital in the protection of a sovereign country and sends a strong message to Russia and to the world. Now therefore be it further resolved that we, the mayor and the members of Town Council of the town of Phillipsburg, affirm our support for the people of Ukraine and their efforts to secure a stable and prosperous future, and urge the Congress to take immediate action to approve funding that will allow the United States to continue sending weapons and vital air defense systems Ukraine needs to protect its people. And be it further resolved that suitable copies of this resolution be sent to President Joseph R. Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris and the New Jersey congressional delegation. Below is a list of just a few cities and counties throughout the United States that have passed resolutions in support of Ukraine, similar to the resolution the Phillipsburg Town Council was asked to consider: Forest Park, Georgia; Bay City, Oregon; Carrboro, North Carolina; the County of Santa Clara, California. In fact, the County of Santa Clara actually terminated relationships it had with Russia. Cleveland, Ohio; the City of Berkeley, California. The City of Easton, PA is considering an even broader resolution covering even more conflicts. If you Google this topic, you will find many more local government bodies that have passed resolutions in support of Ukraine. So I do not believe the council members' argument that this resolution is outside the council's purview holds water. So, is it a case the members of the Phillipsburg Town Council lack the moral courage to make a statement in the face of an attack by Russia on Ukraine? Or is it a case that they do not strongly support Ukraine in their struggle against Russia? I leave this for you to decide. One last note before the video. Town Attorney Wenner stated that the section of the meeting for public comments was not the appropriate time for a motion and vote for a resolution. Attorney Wenner said that if council members wished, they could bring the resolution up for motion and vote at a more appropriate portion of the meeting. This seems to have been interpreted by at least one council member that he could go to jail if he considered the resolution. I believe that this was a gross misinterpretation of Attorney Wenner's comments. If any council members supported the resolution, they could certainly have brought it up for a vote at a more appropriate section of the meeting. Now, on to the video.
Well, first of all, Council, thank you for letting me speak again. My name is David Morissette, and again, address is redacted. So, bear with me a second. Okay, so I do want to let you know that I think, I come up here and complain about things. 90–95% of what you guys do, I think you're doing a great job, and you'll continue doing a great job. It keeps the town functioning and moving forward. And I do have a request tonight. We're all doing well here at the council meeting. When we go home tonight, we don't have to worry and wonder if we're going to be alive tomorrow morning. It's not something that is at the forefront of our mind. However, not everybody is as fortunate. And right now, there is a crisis in Ukraine. Russia, in 2018, attacked Ukraine. And for some crazy reason, we're just having trouble getting help to Ukraine. I know people who have been traveling in Europe lately, and the Europeans are befuddled and bewildered as to what is happening in the United States. You, Council, have the opportunity to make a statement tonight. I have before you a referendum, or a resolution, in support of Ukraine and urgency for continued funding. I'm asking for a motion and a second, and I'm asking for council to pass this resolution. In keeping with protocol, if there is a motion and a second, of course, Council President Marino will read the resolution in case anybody wishes to come up and make a comment on the resolution, since it was not on the agenda at the beginning of the meeting. I thank you very much, Council, for the opportunity to speak and present this. Thank you.
Thank you, David. First of all, Dave, my personal reasons I'll have to hold off. I want the attorney. Can we put this on tonight? I'll gladly read it.
Well, I would recommend not putting it on tonight, not because of the subject matter, just because we don't want to get in the habit of non-council members walking on resolutions and asking the governing body to endorse them at that moment. I think we're at the public petition time right now. Certainly if one of the council members up here wishes to do this during council open time, that's fine. But at this moment in public petitions, I would say no.
Okay, so public petitions is not the right place for the motion and second and the vote.
Correct.
Understood. Okay.
Council, has everyone had the opportune time to read it? My opinion here as council president, I will follow the advice of the attorney. I gave what my personal beliefs are. It's an agreement, but we have to do it by the book and by right. Any councilman have any questions on that?
Go ahead. My only comments, I know this is a big issue in the international field. This is way beyond our scope as a small town council. I mean, we should be focused on filling the potholes in the streets, making Phillipsburg affordable. So I'm very sympathetic towards what's going on out there. It's just so far beyond our scope. If this comes up for a vote, and not to mention, I am nowhere near fully educated enough on the complexities of international politics of the war on Ukraine to make a solid vote on this. So I'm going to be fully transparent that if this vote comes up, I'm abstaining. I just don't believe it's in our scope, and it's a very complicated international conflict going on that 5 council members and a mayor really shouldn't be taking a stance on.
Any other input from council?
Yeah, I agree with Councilman Clark. I think, of course, my own personal belief is I support the Ukrainian people, and I think what we can do, we can contact our senators, senators in Washington, our congresspeople, and let them know how we feel about this and that we do in fact support Ukraine, or at least I do, speaking for myself. So I agree, Phillipsburg Town Council is for local issues, and even though I'm in support of this, I don't think it's for council to decide.
Councilman Skirbo?
Yeah, I tend to agree with my colleagues on this. And I'm gonna reserve my comments on the war and national politics. I agree with Councilman Clark. I don't think this is the forum for that. I think we have to focus our energy on what's going on in our town and the problems ahead of us that we need to tackle here first. There's a lot of senators, there's a lot of people that can tackle this subject that's here. I do have sympathy for the people of Ukraine, but I'm not at liberty to talk on war here at a council meeting. Thank you.
Council Vice President Pauls?
I don't think there's really much left to say. I think everybody else has said it.
Okay, Dave, I thank you for bringing that up, but I always follow the advice of an attorney. He's way smarter than I am. So we'll just have to let it drop. That's why we have you, sir. Keep me out of Warren County Prison. I don't like jails. Okay, moving on.
It is my hope that the members of the Phillipsburg Town Council will reconsider their positions and quickly bring up a resolution to support Ukraine in the future. Additionally, the members of council should send to the members of New Jersey's congressional delegation the Phillipsburg town government's desire to see immediate passage of legislation that gets Ukraine the weapons and air defense systems Ukraine needs to defend its people.